Hello, this is Lokasenna from the War in the Pacific forums, and this is the combat replay for the first turn in my second grand campaign against my opponent John. This is a pretty lengthy and highly detailed game, so if you happen to cross this video and want to check it out, I highly recommend that you check out the community forums that I'll put in the description below. With this game, you have the option to play a historical first turn, which is the default, or players that are seeking to pursue somewhat alternate paths relative to history may want to turn this setting off. We've gone with the alternate opening for this game. The common house rule for that is to only allow the allied player, which is me, to issue orders to naval units that are already at sea and not to send any other ships out to sea, which is what I have done. The point of that is to allow the Japanese player to still have that initial first turn boost that the surprise attacks gave them in real life. The other thing I did with my December 7th orders was to set a lot of my bases to begin construction on their fortifications or airfields, as I wanted to cut down on some of the second turn click fest that I'll be doing. So the first thing to do here is download the save game files from your email or my email and put them in the game directory, which I've already done. Load up the game. And here we go with loading the first turn. I'm going to pause really quickly while I enter my password. And we're off. So I'm going to burn through this replay a little quickly, as I know there is a file size limit on my audio recording here that is going to cause an error if I let this get too long. So basically what we just saw there was midget subs attempting to enter the harbor. I'm going to tap escape through a lot of these messages to speed them up. Here we've got my Dutch submarines getting some action in. One of my US heavy cruisers here, seeking an invasion force. I'm going to click out of the window really fast to make this animation just go. Click back in, you can see it's all done. We did really well here. I don't know what we got, looks like a regiment or something, plus a bunch of ships. I'll take it. Looks like we used up all of our ammo. And now here we go with the part that's not so fun for me. I'm going to really skip through this here, not do too much, but you can see here there are some damage messages appearing, and you can kind of, if you watch this all the way through and watch these messages, you can get a real good sense on what the damage level is on the ships that you hit, or that the enemy hit of yours, but you'll be able to see that in the orders phase anyway. In any case, I'm going to skip through this and see the results, come back in, and I'll just scroll down here. So we didn't get too many of his planes to flak, unfortunately, and it doesn't look like I lost any battleships outright, but 5 of them are in trouble at least, and then not too many other ships, but that's gonna hurt. The repair shipyard hits is really gonna suck for repairing my ships here, but all in all, not too bad. Got some Philippine Island action going on here. The rest of the turn after that initial Pearl Harbor strike is really going to be just a bunch of this stuff going on with just a bunch of Japanese airstrikes all over the place. I wasn't really able to influence to start with, so as I do some more videos throughout, I will explain a little bit about how I set my fighter defenses and all that jazz. But first turn isn't really going to tell me a whole lot in terms of what my opponent's goals are this game. A little bit, yes. It looks like I lost a seaplane tender at Pearl Harbor there, but mostly what it'll tell me is where his invasions hit will be useful, but his airstrikes are really not going to tell me a whole lot in this game because a lot of the units just start in a certain place. I just lost a few ships at Hong Kong that I forgot to move. Well, I guess I couldn't have moved them. I took a hit there instead of sending those 107 bombers to Luzon to bomb my airfields there, so I guess that's fine. 116. I did send the Royal Navy destroyers that were at Hong Kong. I think they were already in the task force. I don't know if it's regular, but it doesn't look like they did anything anyway, so. Here we've got some British Commonwealth forces that are on orders that should be stock. I don't believe I changed them. It's been over a month, 2 months maybe, since I put those orders in. So the air phase is done, and now we're on the afternoon or evening amphibious assault phases here. So he's kind of doing some standard invasions of Malaysia. He's invading an interesting place on Luzon, but that's not. It's really not going to matter. It matters more how much he sends to that island in particular, not where he lands in the beginning. So, all right, that was the first turn's action. Now we can see here all of my bases are expanding, fortifications and whatnot. I'm going to hit escape, skip through that. Not too many there. Don't have a lot of engineers on the map, and that's going to be the end of the first turn here. In just a second, it will show us some reinforcement messages and stuff if I've got some of those coming in. I don't want to hit escape too many times because if the turn ends, it will end up closing the game, and that's not something that I want to happen here. So. Alright, here we go. So now we have all the reinforcements arriving at the end of the day, which they would have shown up in the reinforcement screen as a delay of 1 day here. And so I've got a whole bunch of land units, a few ships, and that is the end of the turn. So I'm going to close the video here, and I will do another one shortly with the December 8th orders and some explanations there.